It's a question everybody has at least once in their e-commerce career. How many items should I put onto my store to make it look legitimate and to be successful? And today I'm going to give you the answer to that exactly. Hey guys, this is Zach from E-commerce Success Secrets, and today I'm going to be covering the topic of how many items you should have on your store to, to actually have a good looking store. And not only good looking, but good converting and just legitimate feeling. Those are three things that this is really going to do for you if you can nail the product count. And you may be thinking that there's a very specific number or there's a specific formula that you should be following, and the answer to that is that there isn't. There are a few aspects that you will want to take into account. However, it does vary by store, by niche, and by person. It really depends on what feels good for you and what feels good for the shoppers. So before I begin by telling you these things, I'm going to tell you how many items I have on my store. And the answer is about 50, right? And this isn't counting the variants of the products. If I were to count variants, I'd have a couple hundred because some products do have different kinds, but there are 50 unique items around there I didn't actually count on my Shopify store right now. And now to you that number may seem low, it may seem high, but for my specific store, this actually seems like the perfect amount. And I may be adding some more in the future, but I'm going to tell you why this is such a good number for me right now. So you actually don't need that many items. I'm going to be talking in the reference point of thinking that 50 items is more on the low end. You don't need that many because 99% of customers don't look around your website. About 99% of your customers are going to be driven straight to the product page from your advertisement, look at the product page, and then dip. And some of those people may look at like very closely related items, maybe search your store for related items, and then dip out of there. A lot of people, most people, are not actually going to look through your entire store, right? So there are really only a few reasons why you would want to have more than just the couple of items on your store that you are actively advertising. First of all, before I go any further, I'm going to say bare minimum here is 30 items, okay? You want about 30 items on your store to actually make it a good Shopify store, and there's two main reasons for this. First of all, legitimacy. If you were to go to a website to buy something and you ended up seeing that they only had a couple of products and it wasn't a store that was specifically made for one type of product, because those exist and those do well, but if it's like a curation shop and they only have like 5 items, you're going to feel a little bit iffy about it. You're like, what company sells 5 random items that aren't even branded by themselves? This is kind of weird. I don't feel good about this. I'm gonna dip out of here, right? With 30 items, that's right at about the peak of the point of people feeling like, okay, there's a very good amount of items here, a good little variety, but they're all still kind of closely related. This store definitely does seem more legitimate. I'm gonna trust them. And number 2, and this I think is a bigger deal, and this is cross sales, right? A huge portion of your profits are going to come from cross sales, bigger order values than just the item that you drive people to the website for, right? And cross sales are basically free money because yes, you drive people to your website to buy a certain item, right? You don't want to just push them to your homepage. Horrible for conversions. So you push them to a product page, and hopefully you optimize your ads to be running to where you're making a consistent profit just by simply selling that item with that ad. So if you spend $5 a day on an ad, you make $10 profit or $5 profit a day off of just this one item, right? The real profit comes from if somebody adds an extra item to their cart and buys that with the item that you advertised for. That's where you get that massive $10, $20, $30 addition to your revenue because you didn't have to advertise to drive people to those other products to add them. They were added on in addition to that one item that you drove the traffic for. And if you don't have a good amount of items, you're not going to get these sales because people can't look around your website to find additional items. You don't have items to offer them through upsell apps. You're just not going to get this free money of people that are actively looking to buy from you. If they came to your your website and they're adding this item to the cart, that means that they are hot. They want to buy your items. I need to stop saying things three times. But yeah, if you don't offer them other items, you're really missing out, because these are the type of people that are going to convert the most. Now here's the thing, 30 items about minimum. I sell about 50 items. I'm very happy with it. However, don't feel that you need to add more items if you don't think that the items are going to sell at all, right? There are a few items on my website that I have on there that have never had an order. They just kind of sit there and fluff up my website. But honestly, I would do the exact same performance-wise without these items on my store. So yeah, to a certain extent, add some extra products, but if you don't feel that items will sell even through this hot traffic that comes from other items, say if it's just kind of a very generic, non-passionate item that doesn't really like send off any signals in people's brains that are like, oh, buy this, don't worry about it. You don't need to put these on your website to fluff it up. And actually, if you add a lot of these items, it can do worse for your website, because people will be scrolling through, get lost in all these crappy items and not see your really good ones, and then they won't end up buying them. And then finally, and this is a huge point, so make sure that you do this, when you are putting items on your website, make sure that every single one of them is set up like the items that you're advertising. And what I mean by this is, say your website has a main seller item, like let's just say a bracelet. Your bracelet product page, I can imagine, is going to be really good. You know you're selling on this product, so you write a good description, you have great product pictures, you have reviews on there, it's a great page. They go on through your website, they try and find another bracelet that's similar, they find one that you weren't expecting people to buy. It has no description, the product pictures are just like basic default crap. They're not gonna buy it. But if you had set it up like that original bracelet listing, then yes, they would have potentially bought it. And once again, this boosts store legitimacy. If someone's looking through your store and they're seeing all these items that have their own unique descriptions and their own product pictures and reviews, they're going to feel a lot more secure and be a lot more willing to look through the store and potentially buy some items that you weren't even advertising in the first place. So don't fluff up your store to the extent where you're just throwing items in there and leaving them. No, you want every single corner of your store to look legitimate. Please don't just throw items on there without descriptions. That's horrible business practice, and you're missing out on a lot of sales and deterring a lot of people that will end up seeing that. So guys, that's it. That's my answer to the question. Like I said, I have 50 products on my website. I might be adding more because there has been interest for some other products that I need to add. Put at least 30 on your website. From my experience, that's the bare minimum that you want to really have a legitimate feel and a good diverse catalog. But really, you can't have too many as long as every product that is something that you feel could sell to your audience, and you structure each product page like a winning product page. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that bell to be updated whenever I upload a new video, which is every single day, by the way. Additionally, check out the link down in the description for a free 14-day Shopify trial if you want to go ahead and get your game started and adding some products to your website. Two more things, check out 101ecom.com, that's my website. Check out my Instagram as well, at 101ecom, and I'll see you in the next video of whatever I make. Peace out.